Hon. Kadang ni ke beroi wi. Gol kus kok ya ko ya. Umur 7 tahun, bayi asrama. Kadang-kadang bayinya, bayinya juga sekolah, tapi yang paksa sebab supaya lebih bayi belajar mentul walaupun rasa riak. Suruh bayi juga masuk sekolah le, skin walaupun risau.
Cik adalah seorang hik ke Malaysia. Kebanyakan seorang hik ada jika ikut pendalaman dan kebanyakan sekolahnya daripada kampung.
Kena menek nai, nai hot kena nai berpendidikan. Jadi nai berkorban, nai ngeng kena nai juga asrama walaupun nyak julina sendiri.
Aju wala pendidikan ma ame ma apa wala pendidikan pun kurang pani sekolah. Kadang-kadang jisen oi deh mai senang mai tipu, senang mai lelut ha ji paji pani wala pendidikan.
Kedai ha bersuara. Hi rasa hi mampu untuk hi sesuatu. Sebab ji hi akan hipot mai luar untuk naik sesuatu untuk hi. Daripada lihat sendiri hi sesuatu untuk kampung le. Oleh kerana proses pembinaan komuniti, maka joy perubahan telah berlaku.
Seorang haji sendiri boleh naik seringi keperluan ke kampung.
Jadi, oleh kerana Haji memberi individu bersama dengan MRT dan juga ketua kampung kumpul bersama naik bincang tentang penubuhan sekolah komuniti supaya habis sangat ada naik ke pendidikan rohani dan juga pendidikan kebendaan. Kemudian, mau anak kampung Haji sekolah komuniti.
Yo adalah pendek. Saya ili manah entem debeh kelas saya sekolah komuniti. Nai honan lak nai jadi guru sekolah komuniti.
Sekolah komuniti ada untuk generasi mabek li paling sangat 6 tahun. Tapi pada masa akan datang harapan ji mabek umur ilai 8 tahun hingga 10 tahun dapat naik belajar ke katih sekolah komuniti ada.
Jadi doktor. Jadi mereka baju semua hit.
Berkhidmat ajar membek saya.
Memberi sains Nohi sekarang terlibat dalam program Persediaan Tindakan Sosial. Memberi boleh tulis nota, memberi tulis dalam putih buku, dia boleh tulis.
Dalam PSA, mai sains meningkatkan kapasiti mai untuk mai merubah diri mai dan untuk mengubah komuniti mai. Mai belajar hari ini tentang pendidikan. Mai jumpa rumai apa ambil dan mai apa ni lebih lanjut lagi. Harokat dari zaman entem sampai sekarang pendidikan lebih berubah komuniti nak jadi. Sebelum ada jarang sekali hineng mai nyem-nyam ada. Mai cip-cip, mai berbincang bersama dengan mai rana. Program PSA kiok mabe nana peluang untuk mai berat secara terbuka. Mai berbincang bersama untuk mendapat mana pemahaman yang sama je.
Mentem, kedua Haji kurang lagi bersuara. Suara ambil keral aja lah, dia kuat. Dan ambil kedua adik naik ku belakang. Lepas ni juga naik kedai dah horok ni haui. Pilihan ku kata kehidupan nat. Tapi konon sebab ni proses institut kedor ku baharisan hadapan. Mentem naik hine tapi hunan naik berani naik cuba. Dan hine juga hunan suara kedor juga lagi lah sama.
Bukan setakat di Zirnoi.
Naik bantu ketua kampung Haji untuk mengurus hal-hal kampung. Dari segi hal-hal pentadbiran, naik bantu dari segi surat menyurat. Dan orang nak kerja Haji secara sistematik. Daripada Haji juga, ketua kampung Haji dapat kisah secara seluruh.
Sejak tahun 1950-an, orang Malaysia mula mempelajari ajaran-ajaran Baha'u'llah dan pada hari ini ada lebih kurang beribu-ribu orang di Malaysia yang sedang cuba menterjemahkan visi Baha'u'llah tentang transformasi sosial dan rohani kepada realiti. Dan perubahan yang kita melihat ini ia dimulakan oleh penduduk tempatan mereka tersendiri.
When we wanted to bring a change in our own neighborhood, we felt that it has to start with us.
So a group of us, we came together and we started to reflect on why we are not serving in our own neighborhoods. Why do we serve in other neighborhoods but not in our own neighborhoods?
We felt like our neighbors were too busy and they would not be interested in coming together. But we have never even spoken to our neighbors, so how would we know if it was true or not? So we decided to go outside and just talk to our neighbors. At the first day we went out, we did not meet any neighbors and the streets were empty. And so we said it's okay, we can try again tomorrow. But when we went on the next day, again we did not meet anyone. And this happened for 10 days. It was a little discouraging and some of us thought that maybe we should give up. But then we said no, we should not lose hope and we should keep going out. And finally, we met a few neighbors and started having conversations with them.
有一天，有2位陌生人来到我家，跟我分享关于灵性教育。他们就讲要邀请我家的小孩参加儿童班和青少年班。我就想到我的女儿时常放学回到家就 爬到楼上，然后看电话，很少出来跟别人互动啊。我知道这个是一个很不好的现象，我就想到哇，灵性教育的确可以帮助到他。
我放学一回到家，就直接进我的房间里面，然后很少跟我的父母沟通，尤其是我的妈妈。我基本上呢是属于那种零沟通、零交流，然后就是很少会表达我自己的内心的一个人。我第一次去我邻居家参加青少年小组的时候，我是非常抗拒的。我在那里，我对全部人都不认识，然后我也很抗拒，因为我的妈妈，所以她就叫我去参加这个小组。在这边，我交流了很多那些新的邻居啦，也表达了很多我自己的想法。
自从我和家人参加了社区建设活动之后，我们学会了磋商。我看到了孩子们比较善于表达他们的意见，也比较乐意跟我们分享他们的内心世界，这让我们拉近了彼此的感情。
我比较多跟我的妈妈还有我的家人一起交流沟通，我们的家里的那个团结精神更提高了一层。这些快乐的这些故事，然后最后就是这样子。
OK，
起来就给他们讲
带快乐给小朋友。
对。我现在也有帮忙以及协助我妈妈的儿童班。
我们教的这一班，有些孩子呢是有学习困难的。我们除了教导儿童班课程，我们也教他们学习和阅读。
所以每当他们会阅读的时候，以及有一些进步的时候，我是真的很开心以及很激动。然后至少我在帮忙我妈妈的儿童班，而不是躺在我的家里看电话。
Hold on tight and you won't have any. Let it, spend it, give it away, and it comes right back to you. 通过这个社区建设活动，我们一家人都有一个共同的目标，一起学习，一起成长，一起建设更美好的社区。现在我和我的邻居去邀请其他的邻居参与这个社区建设活动，因为我认为每个人都应该有一个机会认识并参与这个活动。
通过这个邻里区的祈福会呢，我就认识更多的我的邻居。我们聊这个市区所需要的东西，就是说我们要如何能够创造一个更好的市区。参加了邻里区祈福会过后，我和我的先生，我们都发现到我们自己也能够举办在我们的家一个祈福会。上帝啊，指引我，保护我。之前呢，我们的家庭呢没有一起祈祷的，可是我的舅舅啊，我的阿姨，他们是信仰巴哈伊的，所以已经有很多年了。他们会邀请我过去他们的家，然后我们吃了饭过后，我们就一起祈祷。但我没有想过我自己也会有一天主动祈祷。那现在我发现到，因为我们有这个祈祷的习惯，每一天我们一家人一起祈祷，变得我们的家庭变得更加融合，更加平静。
觉得好像有一点黏这样子哎，平常怎么做？
It's been 3 years now, and there are 135 families engaged in the community building process. How we organize ourselves is by having groups of families. So each group of families, they pray together, plan service projects together, and they even have outings together. all gather to have a picnic, to enjoy each other's company and sing some songs and just enjoy the morning.
Sebagai ahli majlis, saya berasa bangga dapat bekerjasama dengan Bahai Community. Saya mendapati Bahai Community yang menyediakan platform kepada penduduk setempat untuk berkumpul, mengeratkan hubungan dan mewujudkan semangat kejiranan.
In this neighborhood, we started with a few junior youth group insurance classes. Only when we started, we realized that these junior youths and children didn't know how to read and write. They can't even recognize alphabets. So to help them, now we have started literacy classes.
Okay, what is this? Hey. 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 Okay, what is this?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Okay, what is this?
Eyebrow.
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 What is this?
Finger.
Fingers.
The service project the junior youths decided to do was to pray with their families every day.
I grew up from this neighborhood where it is characterized as an overcrowded place with many people living nearby each other. One good thing is that everyone knows everyone and they're very helpful. But the challenge in this neighborhood is that most of the women here are illiterate.
ஃபண்டிஸ்க்கு மேலே என் தம்பி தங்கங்களை பார்க்குற பொறுப்பு என்கிட்ட வந்ததுனால கல்வி துருசாக நான் தொடர முடியாமல் போயிடுச்சு. நான் படிக்க தெரியாது, வேலை வாய்ப்பு ரொம்ப குறைவாக இருந்துச்சு. நான் ரொம்ப தாழ்வு மனப்பான்மைக்கு இறங்கிட்டேன். ரொம்ப எதுக்கு எடுத்தாலும் நான் மின் வர்றதில்லை. அப்படியே என் லைஃப்பை நான் ஓடிட்டேன். ஒரு அம்மாவாக இருந்து என் பிள்ளைக்கு வீட்டு பாடம் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்க முடியல. என் குழந்தை என்கிட்ட நிறைய கேள்வி கேட்குறப்ப என்னால் எனக்கு பதில் சொல்ல தெரியல. ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டேன். அது நான் மற்றவங்ககிட்ட கேட்குறதுக்கும் வெக்கப்பட்டுக்கிட்டு கேட்கவும் இல்லாமல் என் பிள்ளையை நான் எப்படி வளர்க்க போகிறேன்ற ஒரு எதிர்பார்ப்பு எனக்கு ரொம்ப அதிகமாக இருந்துச்சு. என்னோடய பக்கத்து வீட்டுக்காரங்க என்னை இந்த ரோகி புக் படிக்க சொல்லி என்னை கூப்பிட்டாங்க. எனக்கு படிக்க தெரியாத ஒரு விஷயத்தினால நான் எனக்கு தெரியாது, எனக்கு வேணான்னு அவங்ககிட்ட சொல்லிட்டேன். அவங்க திருப்பி படிக்க தெரியலனா பரவாயில்ல, நீங்கள் பாருங்கள். இந்த ரூபி புக்குனால எழுத படிக்க நான் கற்றுக்கிட்டேன். எனக்கு நான் சோர்ந்து போகிறப்பெல்லாம் என்னை தட்டி எழுப்புகிற ஒரு அப்துல் பஹார் ரைட்டிங்ஸ் தான் எனக்கு நினப்பு வரும். எதுக்காக நீ படிக்கப்பட்டாயோ அந்த நிலைக்கு நீ உயர்வாய்க. எனக்கு அந்த துணிச்சல் வந்துச்சு. நான் துணிஞ்சு பேச ஆரம்பித்தேன். என் பிள்ளைக்காக தான் இந்த புக்கை நான் படித்தேன். அப்புறம் என் சுற்றி இருக்கிற குழந்தைகளையும் நான் பார்த்தேன். அப்புறம் ஏன் நான் என் பிள்ளைக்கு மட்டும் சொல்லிக் கொடுங்க, இங்கே உள்ள குழந்தைகளுக்கும் நான் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்க சொல்லி இந்த குழந்தைகளுக்கும் நான் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு ஒரு சில்ட்ரன் கிளாஸ் டீச்சராக ஆனேன். நீங்கள் சொல்லுங்க.
ஜஸ்டிஸ்.
ஜஸ்டிஸ்.
யூனிட்டி.
யூனிட்டி. நான் ஒரு ஏடிசிஎன் மெம்பராக இருக்கேன். அண்டை வீட்டாட்ட போய்ட்டு நாங்கள் கலந்துரையாடி அவங்க கூட ஒரு கூட்டு பிரார்த்தனை வச்சு அவங்களுக்கு கூட ஒரு சந்தோஷமான ஒரு சூழ்நிலையை நாங்கள் வந்து
Many of the juniors in this neighborhood are engaged playing video games, social media for the whole day. Their vision for their future is very cloudy. But when they come to this junior youth program, they started to have a vision for their life in the future. They also start to think about what are the needs of the community and how they can serve them.
இன்னைக்கு காலையில் நாங்களாம் வந்து சர்வீஸ் ப்ராஜெக்ட் செய்ய வந்திருக்கோம். இப்போ வந்து இந்த லைன் இல்லாத போது இந்த மோட்டார் சைக்கிள்லாம் வந்து சாதாரணத்துக்கு அப்படியே பார்க்கிங் பண்ணிட்டு போயிடுறாங்க. மோட்டர்லாம் வந்து தனக்கு மேலே தன்னை அப்படியே சாஞ்சிட்டு விழுவுது. அதனால வந்து இந்த சில்ட்ரன்ஸுக்கெல்லாம் வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஆபத்து. அதனால தான் வந்து நாங்கள் வந்து இந்த பார்க்கிங் லாட் சார்ட் அடிக்கிறோம்.
Many of the junior youths here, they neglect their studies. So since I have a junior youth group, I'm helping them to focus on their academic studies because we would like to raise junior youths who are both academically and spiritually progressed.
O nosso agrupamento fica localizado na região sul do Brasil. E culturalmente as pessoas são muito amigáveis, muito animadas, muito calorosa. Mas hoje a gente vê que já não existe muito essa confiança entre as pessoas. E, infelizmente, isso se dá por fatores sociais negativos, como a violência, o abuso de drogas, a criminalidade e a pobreza.
Oi, tudo bem? Eu vou querer 2 banhos.
Antes o pessoal se assustava à noite, agora é dia e noite. Os mercados têm grades nas portas justamente para se proteger. As famílias estão assustadas com o grau de violência que está ocorrendo, preferem se fechar nas suas casas e a insegurança começa realmente a gerar o isolamento.
Vai à volta da pronta, parou por aí.
Tá, e daqui tudo que me
Alguns anos atrás, um grupo de amigos começou a se reunir todos os dias aqui na vizinhança. A gente orava, a gente consultava, a gente planejava e então saía para visitar as famílias, conhecer os moradores da nossa vizinhança, quem são os nossos vizinhos.
A vida que eu levo aqui, ela às vezes ela é difícil, às vezes ela é fácil, né? Depende muito do dia, né? Eu cuido das minhas crianças sozinho, né? Há 9 anos. E às vezes vêm os amigos aqui também, ajudam, né? Aí eu reúno todas as minhas crianças e a gente ora todo mundo junto. E isso se torna um pouco mais tranquilo, né? Mas
Ele é mais
ou
alto que
menos,
eu.
né? Pode levar.
Conforme a gente foi visitando as casas e conhecendo mais gente, descobri que todo mundo quer o bem, assim, para o nosso bairro.
A gente percebeu que as visitas aos lares, elas são a base para a construção de comunidade.
O nosso conceito de visita aos lares também começou a mudar, né, a se transformar. Porque antes a gente tinha muito essa ideia que a visita aos lares era uma coisa muito formal. A gente até pensava em qual tópico ia conversar, a gente tinha marcar com a pessoa que ia receber. Mas na realidade, a visita aos lares ela é uma coisa muito mais natural. A gente visita esses vizinhos com uma grande frequência. A gente acaba conversando sobre temas que envolvem as suas vidas. Então, as visitas aos lares, ela criou esse espírito de unidade e de amizade entre os amigos aqui da localidade. Todos foram convidados a fazer parte desse processo de transformação de comunidade.
Eu tenho 14 anos e eu sou professora da aula de crianças. Quando eu era mais nova, eu também participei de aula de crianças e tudo que eu aprendi, eu quero passar para as crianças que eu dou aula hoje em dia. Será que eu vou explicar o jogo para vocês?
Hoje, no nosso grupo de pré-jovem, a gente decidiu que deveria ter algumas mudanças no nosso bairro. Decidimos que seria melhor colocarmos lixeiras por causa da poluição.
E outra coisa que o nosso grupo decidiu foi em colocar luzes na vila, porque quando está de noite não dá para ver nada.
Eu adoro que ele faça parte do projeto, porque ele mudou bastante. Antes ele não fazia nada em casa. Aí agora ele me ajuda a limpar a casa, ele me ajuda com a louça, ele me ajuda no geral. Ele aprendeu a orar, ele trouxe oração para dentro da casa da gente.
Na família, é muito bom fazer oração com família.
Vamos fazer oração, gente?
Atualmente, quase todas as famílias do bairro têm uma reunião devocional na sua casa e isso mudou muito a atmosfera do bairro.
Exterior com a luz matinal da tua graça.
Antes, o bairro era tão perigoso que a gente não conseguia chamar um táxi aqui, porque eles tinham medo de vir aqui. Hoje em dia, nosso bairro é muito mais seguro, que ninguém mais tem medo de vir aqui.
Hoje a gente vê as crianças brincando na rua, porque as famílias confiam mais uma na outra, tem menos violência e drogas, e todos se sentem mais tranquilos e seguros.
Descansando, certo? É que tem a Júlia, ela disse que estava tudo certo e tudo mudou. E ela queria passar maquiagem.
Eu faço parte de um grupo de família aqui na minha rua. A gente pensa junto em alguma coisa boa que a gente pode fazer para a nossa comunidade. Poucos dias teve um ciclone e rapidamente esse grupo de família e amigos que se juntaram para ajudar as pessoas que estavam precisando de agasalho e alimento.
Sim, a gente vai conversando.
Estamos começando a ter vislumbres, né, desse poder que é liberado da construção de comunidade.
A gente consegue ver que a própria comunidade se torna protagonista e, com o poder da unidade, consegue realmente transformar uma sociedade.
Muitos dos pré-jovens começam a trabalhar com uma idade muito nova. A principal atividade que eles exercem, então, é coletando e separando materiais recicláveis, do quais eles vendem para poder ajudar a família a comprar alimentos e materiais de necessidade básica.
Eu tinha meus 6 anos, juntei material, reciclagem, ajudei minha mãe a botar dinheiro para dentro de casa e comida.
Um dos desafios que nós temos aqui, então, é que muitos jovens começam a sair cedo da escola. Os meninos, porque eles têm que ajudar as famílias financeiramente, então eles acabam saindo da escola para trabalhar. Ou porque se envolvem com drogas. As meninas, porque engravidam muito cedo.
tenho 4 filhos. Tive a minha primeira gestação com 14 anos e tive que abandonar a escola. Mas hoje a minha meta é que eles concluam o colégio, porque é muito importante, né?
Quando eles começaram a participar do programa de pré-jovens, eles começaram a ter uma consciência maior da importância do ensino, de melhorar o mundo ou sobre o próprio futuro.
Eu tenho 14 anos, eu vou para a escola e eu gosto muito porque aprende. Eu participava do grupo de pré-jovens e agora estou no livro 1 e eu gosto muito.
É o pão do espírito, é o imã dos corações dos homens.
Eu trabalho para ajudar e sustentar minha família. Eu trabalho coletando e separando materiais.
A maioria desses pré-jovens, então, agora faz parte do programa de pré-jovens. A gente observa que, mesmo eles continuando trabalhando com reciclagem, eles não estão mais largando a escola e a gente consegue até observar que tem uma melhora nas notas deles.
A gente vê animadores que ajudam os seus pré-jovens com os deveres de casa e algumas matérias que eles estão tendo dificuldades.
Por causa da pandemia, eu rodei de ano. Quando eu rodei, fiquei muito triste. Comecei a ficar com depressão. Hoje, com essa classe, eu me sinto melhor, fico feliz. Tô aprendendo as matérias que eu não consegui aprender.
E tu vai colocar os números, ok?
Isso.
Uma das fortalezas da nossa comunidade é que as instituições elas encorajam muito as iniciativas individuais. Por exemplo, a gente tinha uma vizinha que ela tinha recém terminado o livro 1 e ela estava muito empolgada, então ela apagou todo o livro e levou na casa da vizinha para elas poderem estudar juntas. E apesar de não ser uma tutora, todos ficaram muito felizes e as instituições então começaram a pensar em como a gente pode estar apoiando mais ela e acompanhando para que ela possa seguir tutoriando o livro.
Aqui, ó.
Eu estava navegando online, aí vi algumas postagens bem legais de uma colega minha que realizava várias atividades no bairro onde ela mora. Achei aquilo super interessante e resolvi perguntar para ela de que forma que ela realizava e decidi que eu poderia também fazer essas atividades aqui no bairro onde eu moro. Ela me apresentou uma outra amiga e através dessa amiga comecei a realizar os estudos do instituto. E a partir disso comecei a fazer as aulas de crianças e as aulas dos pré-jovens. Ao final de cada livro, nós pensamos num ato de serviço. Cada um dava a sua ideia do que a gente podia fazer para a melhora do local onde a gente mora. Foi levantado, uma ideia através de uma das alunas, fazer esse ato de serviço voltado para pobreza menstrual. Elas mesmas notaram, dentro do grupo, de dificuldade de algumas alunas até de ir para a escola devido a não ter um absorvente para usar e ter dificuldade de adquirir esse absorvente. O grupo passou daí a criar conscientização dos familiares, todos os moradores da importância de participarem desse projeto. Criaram uma caixinha para coleta desses absorventes. Todos os moradores, os pais, familiares ajudaram a arrecadar, pegaram a caixa e levaram até a escola e onde ficou lá para todas as alunas utilizarem. E hoje em dia uma aluna continua à frente desse projeto e assim nenhuma da aluna mais passou a faltar aula, por esse motivo.
Cresci num lugar onde tinha muita violência, num lugar que não trazia conforto para ninguém. Daí eu fiquei grávida, tive que parar de estudar, eu me sentia sozinha.
O que foi? Tá com tosse?
E quando eu conheci a fé Bahai, eu encontrei que realmente ali estava o propósito que eu tanto procurava e que eu não sabia mais aonde encontrar. Eu sou uma professora agora. Agora vemos realmente a transformação com as aulinhas. Eu vejo as crianças querendo aprender, querendo descobrir novas coisas, coisas boas. Vejo no futuro eu também aqui ainda dando minha aulinha, Deus queira, com a minha casa um pouco mais arrumadinha. Eu vou na casa das mães, eu visito elas mais seguida. Nós todas viramos amigas.
Que a talolinha tá ajudando bastante. E quando as minhas filhas crescer, que ajude tudo também, né? Fazer a escolinha e as outras crianças também do bairro.
E aí o vizinho ouviu. Eu e as outras mães nos reunimos com frequência. Falamos sobre os filhos, falamos sobre oração. Falamos sobre nossas vidas, a gente está se ajudando bastante, querendo realmente que dessa comunidade surja algo bom mesmo.
É a revelação de Bahá'u'lláh que está realmente empoderando todos os amigos a poder fazer uma mudança espiritual, uma mudança social também no seu entorno.
Minha vida foi, desde assim de novo, foi só no crime. Eu fui envolvido com drogas, estive num mundo de violência e eu fiquei preso durante 10 anos da minha vida. Perdi meu filho, perdi minha esposa, perdi meu irmão no mundo das drogas. Cada vez mais as coisas ficavam difíceis. A fé Bahá'í me ajuda a tirar desse buraco. As orações me ajudaram muito a suportar essas dores, né? Graças a Abdul Bahá, hoje sou uma pessoa melhor. Eu comecei a entender o próximo, a valorizar a família, amigos e ao próximo. É tudo que consiste a vida em si, né? Vamos plantar a sementinha do amor. Plantar, cultivar é possível.
Many people don't have enough money to buy food and are hungry, so we decided to take action and help them out.
We visited over 40 families and shared service projects with them, which led to them donating food.
And now we're going to take that food that we collected and donate it to a food bank.
I'm the president of this neighborhood association. Our neighborhood has actually become much more unified in the last couple of years, and I think that is due in large part to junior youth groups that have been meeting here. They would come out and play, and they would meet to plan their service projects, and the neighbors started noticing this and really feeling a sense of community that these kids have started creating.
Today we're building a community garden as a service project for our junior youth group, and we're doing this to help connect the different members of our community together because we have like a gap between generations, between young children and older people, so we think it's a good way to unite and connect the neighbors.
I'm in my last year of high school, and I've been coordinating a junior youth group for about a year now. I remember being a junior youth in my group, and I remember I was kind of loud and annoying, and it probably looked like I didn't get anything out of it, but the conversations were really impactful for me, and that's why I became an animator.
What are some of the attitudes? I just completed a year of service within my neighborhood. It was really nice to be able to contribute to the neighborhood that I was living in. I've been so blessed in these last couple of years to have not only a nucleus of friends that I'm serving alongside and that are supporting me, but also I've had the support of the families in the neighborhood that I feel like I can consult with and really come to unified decisions about what we should do next and how we should approach things. I used to create this false dichotomy in my mind in regards to what counted as service. I was like, okay, only my junior youth group or only my children's class is service. But if I'm really thinking about service, not as an event that I'm going to or an activity that I'm completing, but more as an undercurrent that's informing all of the different activities that I'm engaging in. That really allows for much more space for service just in my life generally.
One question we are asking ourselves is, what does a coherent life of service look like? And what we're realizing is that it looks different at every stage of life. When my wife and I were younger, we were serving in the neighborhood all the time. Home visits every night, multiple devotionals, study circles, junior youth groups, everything. We joked that we were like midfielders on a soccer team. We were up, back, left, right, everywhere. But then we got older, we had kids, we moved into a different neighborhood, we started full-time work, and we began to realize that we just couldn't serve that way anymore. At first, we thought we were failing, that we were doing something wrong. But then we realized, actually, we're not even playing soccer. What we're doing now is we're running a marathon, and that's a totally different thing.
We're a group of friends and neighbors who come together on a regular basis to think about what are the needs of our community, how we can work together, how are we thinking about the well-being of everyone in the community.
I'm the president of this neighborhood. We have a lot of youth out here that has a lot of talent, but some of the challenges we face is gun violence in our neighborhood. So with these youth groups, it teaches the children how to help other children become better people. And if we continue to have these programs, I really feel that we can make a difference in our community.
As we started more and more junior youth groups in the neighborhood, we started to notice a trend. So whenever it came time for the junior youth to read during group, they would refuse. They would throw their books, they would try to get the other junior youth not to read. And at first we thought these were behavioral challenges, and so we would try to address them as such. But as time went on, it became clear that it wasn't a behavioral problem. It was that the junior youth couldn't read the text. As we looked into it more, it became clear this was a challenge across the neighborhood. Junior youth in this neighborhood could not read at age level. So we started an organization that could provide one-on-one academic tutoring to strengthen the literacy levels of the junior youth in this neighborhood. Now in the junior youth group, they're more eager to read. They're more focused, and they even are helping each other when they struggle to read.
My roommate and I are both students, and we've been exploring ways to build community in our neighborhood.
Come after middle school, they either hang out and do good things.
We've opened up our home to have study circles and devotionals in our apartment. Trying to invite youth to join the community building process by explaining it as merely a set of activities has proven challenging. Often they're not interested or they find it difficult to find time in their life. But when we share the purpose behind these activities, the greater vision of Baha'u'llah, of the transformation of the individual and society, youth are eager to contribute.
When I learned about the vision that Baha'u'llah had for the oneness of humanity, it really spoke to me. When I was younger, I went to a mostly white school, and being one of the few Black children there, I did feel kind of like I was under a microscope. It feels almost as if you're representing your race. And during lunch, I felt a lot of anxiety. I didn't know who to sit with because Black kids were sitting on one side and white kids were sitting on the other. And I wanted to sit with both. One day, a family friend told my mom and I about the Baha'i religion, and she invited us to a devotional gathering. And when I arrived, I was just blown away. I saw so many different people of different religions, ethnicities, just coming together and singing together, talking together, and I just felt like I belonged. I'm serving as an animator in one of the neighborhoods. I really love talking with young people about these spiritual concepts and how they can bring that into their own lives.
You know, in a time that was really polarizing and I was feeling fairly isolated, I was looking for more authentic connection, and I thought maybe some of my neighbors would be too. And so I decided that I would just try to invite my neighbors to become part of a devotional gathering.
My neighbor came from across the street and invited me to a devotional that was happening right outside my home. And it was just perfect timing because I was feeling incredibly isolated and looking to find meaningful connection. Since then, I've been going to the devotional for the past 2 years, and it has just been a tremendous source of support and just a fantastic community to become a part of.
So powerful is the light of unity that it can.
We have several activities in our neighborhood. We've begun children's classes, study circles, additional devotional gatherings. These spaces help bring people together. It brings the joy that we're looking for in a community. One of the things that I'm really grateful for is that I have a friend in the neighborhood who, from the beginning when we first started our devotional gathering, has been there alongside me. We are consulting and talking about how these activities are going, how we can support each other, and it really helps to have another person to do this with.
One day, a neighbor from down the street asked me if I would be interested in participating in a study circle. And my first reaction was, I don't have time for this because I'm super busy. And I even said that to her. But then after a bit, I thought about it and I thought, I really did like the idea of talking with other people about deeper issues that you don't get the opportunity to talk to about and having some dedicated time to do that. So I decided to join the study circle, and we would talk about the various quotations. There were a couple that really spoke to me. So the one about when you have a thought of war, to oppose that with a stronger thought of peace. When you have a thought of hatred, oppose that with a stronger thought of love. And I use that almost daily because there are things that I come up into my mind and I'm irritated by something, and then I have to stop myself and replace that with a stronger thought of love. And I remember one part of the things that we had talked about is, okay, we're in a neighborhood. What do we think that our neighborhood needs? And the first thing that came to my mind was more connection. which is kind of funny because I go about my own business all the time, but it just feels powerful to be a part of a neighborhood and not just someone living in a house next to other people.
We are a group of families that come together on a regular basis to plan, reflect, and support each other in our community building activities. One of the spaces that we've created is called Meaningful Conversations. We invite others through both social media and through personal friendships. This is a space in which we read quotations around a given topic. We use these quotations to inspire an uplifting conversation. This is really helping all of us to keep these spiritual ideas in the forefront of our mind and carry them into our actions throughout the week.
I believe that the Institute process brings people back to their basic identities of who they are and why they're here. As an African-American male, in this society, my identity has been defined for me. I'm seen as angry, violent, untrustworthy, ignorant, and a threat. Growing up under these circumstances, it was very hard for me to understand who I truly am and why I'm here. And that challenge has really broken most of us. But studying the writings and understanding that actually I'm created noble and spiritual, then that relieves all of those burdens. And then I see myself as a spiritual, noble human being. And not only that, I also see others in that same light. You're then able to become that protagonist and really help others as a part of your purpose. And I think that this helps bring us closer to Baha'u'llah's vision of the oneness of humanity.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Nilipokuwa mtoto, hamu yangu ilikuwa ni kuwa mwalimu. Lakini kijijini kwetu, wasichana walikuwa hawapelekwi shuleni kwa sababu watu hawakuwa na umuhimu wa sisi kuelimishwa. Lakini baba aliniweka shuleni, nilifurahi sana. Lakini nilipokuwa kijana, baba aliamua ya kuwa nina elimu ya kutosha kwa ajili mimi ni msichana. Hivyo akanitoa shuleni. Nilihuzunika sana kwa sababu nililazimika kuacha hamu yangu ya kuwa mwalimu. Nilipokuwa na umri wa miaka 17, niliolewa na nikahamia kijiji kipya. Katika kijiji hiki, nilikutana na jamii ya Wabahai na nikajiunga na mchakato wa taasisi. Hii iliamsha ndani mwangu tena hamu yangu ya kuwa mwalimu. Mara tu baada ya kuwa mwalimu wa madarasa ya watoto na baadaye muishaji wa vikundi vya vijana chupukizi, nilifurahi sana. Lakini nilitambua kwamba watoto wengi katika kijiji hiki walikuwa hawaendi shuleni. Shule ya pekee ilikuwa mbali sana na wangelazimika kutembea kwa miguu saa 4 ili kufika huko. Kwa hivyo, pamoja na jamii ya Wabahai, tulianza kuwa na mazungumzo na familia kijijini. Na wote tuliamua kujenga shule ya jamii na nikawa mwalimu wa shule ya jamii. Nilifurahi sana. lakini shule ya jamii ni ya watoto wa miaka 5 na 6 pekee, na hatukuwa na rasilimali ya kuwa na madarasa ya juu. Hivyo, baada ya kutafakari na jamii, nilianzisha mazungumzo na utawala wa serikali. Niliwashawishi kujenga shule ya msingi kijijini kwetu na wakafanya hivyo. Na leo hii watoto huenda shuleni na hutembea kwa urahisi. Wengine wamemaliza university kwenye hiki kijiji.
The Baha'i community here has been learning how to translate Baha'u'llah's vision of a spiritually and materially prosperous society into action. Through the Training Institute, we began to learn about the role of education in this endeavor.
Wakati wa kuelekea shuleni, muende salama, ingie mbio, salimie walimu. Haya, tuonane. Bye. Mimi nilimaliza tu shule ya msingi. Tukaamini kwamba hakuna yoyote atakayeweza kumaliza shule ya upili. Mimi nina watoto 7 na mimi ni mzazi mmoja tu ninayewashughulikia. Ninatamani wapate elimu. Lakini nilikuwa na waziwazi ya kwamba hili halingeliwezekana. Miaka 10 iliyopita, watoto wangu walijiunga na madarasa na vikundi ya vijana chipukizi, na hili likanipa tumaini. Na kwa sasa watoto wangu wa kwanza 3 wako katika shule ya upili. Pia ni walimu wa madarasa ya watoto na uishaji wa vikundi ya vijana chipukizi. Moyo wangu una furaha kubwa.
Wow, good. Can you clap for him?
Mimi ni chifu wa eneo hili na nimekuwa nikishirikiana vizuri sana na Baha'i for the last 15 years. Hapo nyuma watoto wengi wangeweza kwenda shule na vijana wetu pia walijiingiza kwa mambo ya madawa za kulevya, na vile vile tulikuwa na shida ya watoto wetu wasichana kupata mimba. Kwa hivyo maisha ikawa magumu sana. Tulianza kushauriana na Baha'i community kuhusu watatusaidia namna gani mambo haya, kwa sababu hawa wako na uzoefu mkubwa sana wa kuembawa vijana wetu.
Chief pamoja na wazee wa kijiji mara kwa mara hushauriana na baraza la kiroho la kijiji na kutafuta mwongozo kwa masuala yanayohusu maslahi ya jumuiya.
When we raise our consciousness to begin to think about the transformation of the entire village, we began to think of how to involve everyone. And as a result of that, we began to move together as a whole.
Katika maisha ya ujana wangu, nililelewa kwenye eneo la soko iitwayo Kona Mbaya. Nikiwa na umri wa miaka 16, tayari nilikuwa kiongozi wa genge la vijana 20, ambalo madhumuni yake ilikuwa ni kushusha vurugu, hofu miongoni mwa wakazi. Hata polisi walituogopa. Siku moja niliweza kusikia kuhusu imani ya Kibahai. Moyo wangu ulihamasika sana, na muda si mrefu nikajiunga na taasisi ya Ruhi, kitabu cha kwanza. Leo hii mimi ni mrahisishaji wa ukuaji wa cluster na nawatembelea watu kijijini, kuwatia moyo na kuwasaidia kwenye juhudi zao za uandaaji wa mikutano ya ibada na ziara za majumbani.
Naalika majirani na marafiki nyumbani kwangu kwa mkutano wa maombi. Inatuunganisha na tumekuwa tukifanya hivi kwa miaka 3 sasa. Hapa awali sikudhania naweza kuwa na mkutano wa ibada nyumbani kwangu, kwa sababu huwa tunafanya mikutano kanisani. Lakini sasa nilitambua kuwa naweza enda kanisani na pia kufanya mikutano ya ibada nyumbani kwangu.
Holding devotional gatherings in our homes and inviting our neighbors was not part of our culture. It was when we went through Book 1, reflecting on the life of the Spirit, that we began to appreciate the power of prayer. What is prayer? Why do we pray? And immediately we began sharing our insight with others during our home visit in the village. Today, the habit of praying together in our homes has become part of our lives. Traditionally in the past, men who are lazy, you'll often find them sitting under a tree, waiting for their wives to feed them, clean for them, take care of children, and work on the land. Men thought that women were weak creatures, but women did everything. If someone saw me washing my wife's clothes, it would be the talk of the village. People would point fingers at me, saying, I'm not a man, that my wife controls me.
Because of the community building process, the consciousness about the equality of women and men has been raised.
Many men are changing. They are taking an active role in household duties and are more involved in parenting and supporting their wives.
Women are not only participating in the activities, they are at the forefront coordinating and leading. On our local speech assembly, the majority are women. At the level of the family, the wife and husband consult and make decisions together. These changes have helped our community to advance.
The community building process created for us a foundation for social action efforts to advance.
Baada ya kupitia kwa kitabu cha Pepo Nyanana za Udhibitisho na Vijana Chipukizi, tulivutiwa na washiriki kama Rose na Msonda walipoenda kutoa huduma katika kituo cha afya. Sisi pia hutembelea vituo vya afya kadhaa mara kwa mara kwa ajili ya kutoa huduma.
Mimi ni mkurugenzi wa hiki kituo cha afya. Mimi huwa na furaha wakati vijana wanakuja kutusaidia katika vitengo mbalimbali vya usafi kwa hii hospitali. Na wanapomaliza huwa tunawapa mafunzo ya kiafya. Hao vijana huwa kama mabalozi wetu juu ya mambo ya afya huku kijijini.
Ama ugonjwa wote ile.
Mradi wa vijana chipukizi tumekuwa nao kwa muda wa miaka 2. Tunapanda aina mbalimbali ya mboga ili tuwe na lishe bora. Pia tunauza mboga kwa ajili ya kununua kalamu na kitabu kwa ajili ya shule. Na pia tunanunua mbegu na kupanda mboga zaidi.
Hii jamii yetu imekuwa ikipanda tu mahindi peke yake. PSA imefanya tumejua kwamba tunaweza kupanda vitu vingine kama vile mboga na matunda. Pale awali familia yangu ilikuwa inatumia pesa mingi sana kwenda sokoni na kununua mboga na matunda. Lakini kutoka nitimu katika masomo ya PSA, niliweza kupanda vitu tofauti nyumbani. Nimepanda mboga aina tofauti, nimepanda na matunda. Sasa hizi familia tuhitaji kwenda sokoni kununua vitu. Sasa hizi wanahifadhi pesa na hizo pesa zinasaidia kufunza wale wadogo wangu. Sasa hizi familia yangu iko na furaha, mambo yote yanaendelea jinsi ambavyo yanafaa kuwa.
Mimi mwenyewe sikushiriki sana kwa masomo ya PSA program. Lakini sababu ya mapenzi ambayo tuko nayo kama community, mimi bado tumeyapata hayo masomo ya PSA program kama ukulima, kupitia kwa marafiki na majirani. Hapo nyuma na kila mtu anajishughulisha na kazi yake peke yake. PSA program ilitusaidia kuanza kufanya kazi pamoja.
Kabla kila mmoja wetu alikuwa anafanya kazi kivyake, na pia uzalishaji wa vyakula ulikuwa pia katika kiwango cha chini. Kwa sasa tuko wakulima 200 ambao tunasaidiana kwa mashamba zetu, tukijadiliana na tukishiriki ujuzi wetu, na mazao imeongezeka.
Worship and service have become the center of our lives, and we are so honored that the first local house of worship in Africa is here in Matunda soil.
Kila mtu yoyote, kabila yoyote, kanisa lolote, kwenda nyumba ya ibada kwa ajili ya maombi. Tuseme ni ya community.
Now with the house of worship, many families go and say prayers together very early in the morning before they go to their daily activities.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mimi ni Sheikh kutoka msikiti wetu wa Matunda, na nimefurahia ninapoingia katika jengo letu la ibada. Nikiwa ndani, nashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu, napata utulivu kama ule utulivu ambao huwa niko msikitini. Imelete mabadiliko makubwa katika mjitamai wetu. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Katika kanisa langu, mimi ni katibu wa wanawake na waongoza na kuwashauri. Najihisi kuwa karibu sana na jamii ya Wabahai. Mimi huja kila siku kwenye nyumba ya ibada ili kusema sala zangu. Ni sehemu tulivu inayoleta utulivu moyoni mwangu. Naposikia sala kutoka kwenye dini mbalimbali, nafurahi sana, maana neno la Mungu linatuunganisha pamoja. Katika nyumba yangu, mimi huandaa mikutano na majirani zangu katika eneo langu. Sisi ni kikundi cha familia 15, hukutana kila wiki. Sisi ni majirani kutoka dini na dhehebu mbalimbali. Tunasali na kushauriana kuhusu mambo ya jamii. Kwa mfano, tunazungumzia tunawezaje kumsaidia kila mtoto kupokea elimu ya kiroho na ya kimwili. Tunafurahia mikutano hii kwa sababu tunajifunza mengi kutoka kwa kila mmoja na kusaidiana.
Today, we no longer see each other as members of different religions, tribes, class, or gender. Because of the revelation of Baha'u'llah, we see each other as members of one community, recognizing that together we are the protagonists in creating a spiritually and materially prosperous society.